This is the story of previously homeschooled Katie Heron through high school when she does some bad deeds and pays the consequences as she becomes one of the mean girls. Script by Tina Fey. I was homeschooled. We've spent the last few years in Africa, but then my mom got offered tenure at Northwestern University, so it was goodbye Africa and hello high school. The first day of school was a blur. I met Damien and Janice. According to Janice, Damien was almost too gay to function. And Janice, well, she had a problem with a lot of the girls at school. She gave me a rundown of the plastics. Oh, Katie, they're teen royalty, okay? If North Shore was US Weekly, they would be on the cover every single day. That one there, that's Karen Smith. She's one of the dumbest girls you'll ever meet. Damien sat next to her in English class one time, and she asked him how to spell orange. And that one, that's Gretchen Wiener. She's totally rich because her dad invented the toaster strudel, and she knows everybody's business. She knows everything about everyone. That's why her hair's so big. It's full of secrets. And evil takes human form in Regina George. Now, you gotta be careful, because she may seem like your typical selfish, the backstabbing, slut-faced hoe bag, but in reality, she's so much more than that. She's the queen bee, the star. Those other two, they're just her little workers. Now, where you sit in the cafeteria, that's what's really important, because you got everybody here. Okay, you got your freshmen, preps, varsity jocks, girls who hate their feelings, girls who don't need anything at all, sexually active band geeks, the greatest people you'll ever meet, and the worst. Beware of the plastics. Wait, seriously, sit down. Why don't I know you? I knew I just moved here from Africa. I used to be homeschooled. So you've actually never been to real school before? Shut up. I didn't say anything. Homeschooled. That's really interesting. But you're like really pretty. If you're from Africa, why are you white? Oh my God, Karen, you can't just ask people why they're white. Okay, you should know that we don't do this a lot. So this is like a really huge deal. But we want to invite you to have lunch with us every single day for the rest of the week. So we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and on Wednesdays, we wear pink. Janice thought it would be like a fun little experiment if I was to hang out with the plastics and report back everything that they say. I decided to do it. I mean, I had to find something pink to wear. Having lunch with the plastics was like leaving actual world and entering girl world. And girl world had a lot of rules. Regina's like the Barbie doll I never had. But Janice says Regina George is an evil dictator. And the only way to overthrow a dictator? You cut off her resources. According to Damien, Regina would be nothing without her technically good physique and ignorant band of loyal followers. So, I decided I could keep the charade up and continue hanging with the plastics. Pretending like nothing was wrong turned out to be surprisingly easy. In Girl World, all the fighting had to be sneaky. Part of the plan was how to attack how Regina looked. Calcium bars are these weird Swedish nutrition bars. My mom used to give them to kids in Africa to help them gain weight. But what I told Regina was that they're these weird nutrition bars that help make you lose weight. The weird thing about hanging out with Regina was that I could hate her, and at the same time, I still wanted her to like me. Being with the plastics was like being famous. People looked at you all the time. Everybody just knew stuff about you. Overall, the plan was going pretty well. Regina was unknowingly eating 4,000 calories a day. The chaos that continued after that was great. Regina's band of loyal followers were following me now. And I'll be honest, I continued to ruin Regina's life, and it was fun. But then our guidance counselor found out what was going on and made all the junior girls report to the gymnasium immediately. Mrs. Norbury addressed the elephant in the room. Regina George, everyone here is afraid of you. I'm afraid of you half the time. But I've met girls like you before, and I can tell you, if you don't change your life, you're about 10 years away from a divorce, being a real estate agent, and having chipped nails. You guys wear your tiny little shirts that say diva and princess, and you act like you've got it all figured out. But you are so scared inside. You feel like everybody else has some kind of secret guidebook on how to be perfect and cute, and you're just a goon. That's because you're still changing. Nobody looks their best at 15. Annika, you are going to hit your peak in 5 years. Emily, it's all going to happen for you in your 30s. You're going to be like, I teach yoga in Los Angeles. And Karen, you are at your peak right now. Take as many pictures as you can and wear that bathing suit, girl. Gretchen Wieners, you are so desperate for someone to like you and tell you you're pretty. Tell yourself. Say one positive thing about the way you look. I have a nice smile. Stand up. Every one of you is going to say one positive thing about the way you look. I have, strong legs. I have pretty hair. I have a long neck like a ballerina. My arms are really strong. I have nice skin. We had to write out apologies of people that had hurt us. Okay, yeah, I've got an apology. So I have this friend who's a new student this year, and I convinced her that it would be fun to mess up Regina's life. So I had her pretend to be friends with Regina, and then she would come to my house afterward, and we would laugh at all the dumb stuff Regina said. But I gave her these candy bar things that made her gain weight, and we turned her best friends against her. God, I'm so sorry, Regina. I don't know why I did it. Wait, fine, I'll tell the truth. Regina, I kissed Aaron when he was still your boyfriend, and the one that told him you were cheating on him, and I gave you foot cream instead of face wash, and I rated your scale so it would always say 112, and I'm so sorry, Regina. I wish I could take it all back because it makes you feel sick inside. Calling someone else fat won't make you any skinnier. Calling someone stupid doesn't make you any smarter, and ruining your life didn't make me any happier. In case you're wondering, the Plastics broke up. Regina's physical therapist taught her how to channel all her rage into sport, and it was perfect because the jock girls weren't afraid of her. And Gretchen found herself a new clique and a new queen bee to serve. And me? I had just gone from homeschooled jungle freak to shiny plastic to actual human being. All the drama from last year just wasn't important anymore. Finally, Girl World was at peace.